Well, let's talk about your freshly discovered brand here. So I guess just tell me about that. Tell me about your. I know you have an ebook coming out. Talk a little bit about what you're doing there.
Okay, so Sarah's been bragging. So I started Apocalyptic Cooking again, like on a whim of I'm tongue in cheek and I'm snarky and I don't want people living off of ramen. Um, and it started out of just like, here's how to make things really cheaply. And like, these are staple ingredients. Here's how you use them. Like, here are different ways to use them. That way you're not just like eating steamed carrots for the apocalypse. Um, but as I was like looking at comments and like people were messaging me and like, I don't know, stalking me down on Facebook and trying to be my friend on social media, which is very strange, would not recommend. I realized that there are a lot of people who have just literally never had to cook, period. Like, never had to. And as somebody who, again, loves to cook, that was so foreign to me that I'm like, how could you possibly have gotten through your entire life without understanding what a roux is and how to do that? And so it just quickly turned into like anything that I could get my hands on or can get my hands on. Literally just snapping a picture and saying like, these are 5 different things that you can do with this. And it doesn't have to be the same. And you can try a bunch of stuff. Yeah, just trying to keep it like a really lighthearted, tongue-in-cheek, like humorous page that's also informative. I think that there's a lot of anxiety around food and in the kitchen, especially right now, because people don't have that backup of I can just go and get takeout. I can just like sit in a restaurant whenever I want to, because either they don't have the income to do that or it's just not safe. So I've just seen like so much anxiety surrounding that. And I just kind of took it on myself like, no, this shouldn't be an anxiety driving thing. This should be a comfort thing, like something that lets you sit down and have a sense of normalcy that you're eating food just like you do every other day. It doesn't have to be this terrifying, frightening thing to learn how to do that.
Do you think that it's important that everyone kind of be cooking right now for almost as like just giving us something to do, something else to think about than all the negative news? Do you think that cooking can be something that kind of helps us
Oh,
get through that?
absolutely. Again, like my view is super influenced by like what my job is and my experiences there. But I see food as something that brings people together in a way that you don't see in other ways. I think you get pretty close to it with like music and like arts and stuff like that, and even different kinds of dancing. But with food, it's something where literally everybody needs it. Like it's not, oh, this is a nice thing, but you literally need food. There's a lot of culture and a lot of history behind it. I've seen a lot of people like commenting or like messaging me saying like, this is a recipe that my grandma used to make me and I never thought I'd ever make it again. But because of this, there's like some memory of her that's living just by making her bread. Yeah, I think it's a great way to return to something normal. And also like right now, people need to understand where their food came from and how that line of work works. I've seen like a huge influx of people saying that they want to support farmers markets or support smaller businesses in this. People who would normally not be doing that because it's less convenient, but understand like, oh, in this, if they go bankrupt, I do not get food and I need food and they need food and everybody else over here needs food. So either I contribute to this chain or I'm just watching that die. So I think that like making people aware of that too is also like extremely important right now.
For sure. And what can the average person do to support their local farmers markets and all that just right now during the shutdown?
Yeah, so I know that a lot of farmers markets are doing curbside pickups, where you can call ahead, say this is what I want, and they'll package it up for you and just drop it in your trunk. There's also these really cool things called CSA boxes or community supported agriculture, where some of them they'll let you pick and choose what you're putting in it, and they do like a point system. Like you get 10 points for the week, and you can take whatever you want as long as it's within those 10 points. Other ones, they just load you up and give you whatever they have. So those ones are both really great ones. I think also just telling people like, this is the farmer that I really enjoy. That's a huge one. Like word of mouth goes a long, long way there. Um, yeah, those are like the two top ones that I know of. It's just being aware and making sure that you're trying to buy from them.